Every consumer in a modern economy is indirectly exposed to the work of a price reporting agency, PRA, each time they fill up their car, take a flight, or switch on a light. According to the ITC, the global commodities market is valued at about $4 trillion. Worldwide, there are about 100 PRAs employing over 10,000 people that publish commodity benchmarks. These PRAs produce well over 100,000 price assessments weekly. Their sales revenue amounts to about $2 billion. The Big Four of the industry command about 60% of the global market share. However, PRAs face a fundamental problem: the manual method of price discovery. Price reporters poll market participants through phone or email, just like they did in the 20th century. This method is subject to human error and manipulation and therefore isn't reliable. Faulty price assessment methods have led to notorious scandals involving PRAs. These unsavory scandals drove PRAs to agree on and conform to IOSCO standards that were ratified by the G20 in 2012. But IOSCO has cemented this unreliable method of manual price collection, effectively turning PRA experts into journalists. The most advanced solutions available, Platts eWindow or Argus Open Markets, are not the right kind of platforms to transparently assess prices. In order to avoid exchange regulations, they do not reflect transactions anonymously. All bids, asks, and final matches are intentions but not obligations to sell or buy. Even the supposed king of benchmarks, the dated Brent, is not a real spot price in fact. There are 1 or 2 cargo ships from Salembo daily. Is this a liquid spot market for a robust price assessment? So why are we talking about the shortcomings of PRAs? Because we have relevant experience. Stephen Harriman has been in the PRA business for over 40 years. Sergei Yaremenko has founded and built a regional PRA called MRC that runs a joint venture with ISIS. We decided to create Truver to address the fundamental problem of the global PRA business. Introducing Truver. It's a virtual assistant that helps create smart workspaces, PDF reports, news, tasks, and sales leads for every job role on the fly. It also offers a social network with a messenger to let users communicate directly. Truver runs many innovative technologies and is a web solution available online. It can significantly reduce costs of price discovery. Based on smart crowdsourcing, a price reporter gets market feedback from multiple sources at once. The price editor generates PDF reports on the fly. News production costs are also reduced by the same token. Price reporters can create new formulas and ideas for different companies. The formula tool follows the principles of Airbus Modern Flight Control System. Although only one is really necessary to fly, it has 5 flight control computers designed by different companies with processor chips supplied by different manufacturers. The computers even run software developed by different teams. Finally, the results from the various channels are compared in real time, and if found identical, it is assumed that the system is operating correctly. Just like the FCS, Truver can combine quotes from several PRAs into one formula to increase the reliability of the final figures. Can any individual PRA employ such a formula? Ultimately, Truver can help PRAs increase sales revenue while reducing costs. Unfortunately, Truver cannot by itself solve the fundamental issue with PRAs, that of manual price discovery. That's why Truver needs partnership and sourcing of real-life raw price data. So here's why we need SAP. Globally, more than 77% of all transaction revenue goes through the SAP systems. With over 425,000 customers in more than 180 countries, SAP is the right solution provider for the commodities markets as well. SAP has a track record of successful collaboration with consulting companies. Now it is time to work with the PRA's market. We would like to propose a 2-tiered partnership. The first, SAP can help in the collection of anonymized price data for market players upon their agreement, and Truver can normalize the anonymous data. The second, SAP can distribute PRA's price assessments via SAP systems. SAP would carry the formula contract pricing among the largest oil, gas, petrochemical, and FMCG companies via their EDI documents. Truver will not interact directly with any PRA customers. Our customers will be the PRAs receiving anonymous normalized data from Truver. To avoid any manipulations based on the data, Truver is ready to use blockchain technology. SAP and Truver can jointly create a global ecosystem for the PRAs. SAP and Truver will enhance the transparency of the global commodities market and lower transaction costs. Here are the main advantages for PRAs. First, SAP and Truver together can cut more than half of the PRA's production costs, saving about $500 million. Second, SAP and Truver can generate new leads for PRAs through the EDI documents, which would include prices provided by PRAs. These new customers can bring to the PRAs $1 billion of new revenue. Third, SAP and Truver can help PRAs greatly expand their product portfolio. The market definitely needs quotes from PRAs for thousands of new, smaller commodities with the potential for an additional $500 million in revenue. For example, BASF alone offers 8,000 chemical products, while ICIS, the leading chemical PRA, covers only 180 of them, due to the profitability constraints of manual price assessment. The stock and commodity exchanges have changed drastically in recent times. PRAs are about to change too. An SAP and Truver collaboration promises exciting opportunities to disrupt this market. Let's do it together.